Wisconsin 2012 here today. I got my rod reel arsenal all laid out on this table here. As you can see, 9 rods. I'm missing one. It's my Dobbins spinning rod, 6'9", medium, with a fast action tip, 6'9". Got the split grip on it, just like these right here, just like those two guys. But on that, I had a Shimano Symmetry. But we're just going to start from my one spinning rod, and then we're going to work from bait casting shortest to longest. So, going to be a good video. Going to be a little bit lengthy because I got 9 rods to go through here. So let's get started. Right here is my carbon light combo. This is the spinning reel, 2500 size carbon light, the 5-2-1 8 bearing system. The drag, the spool's good size. Got 8-pound suffix on there. Suffix 100% fluorocarbon, obviously. Got a drop shot tied on there with Badger State Custom Baits Pro Shot Worm and Watermelon Blue 3/16 ounce Bass Pro with a VMC hook. This one's 6'9" rod, medium light. Really got a fast action to it, and it's really nice for drop shot. That's the only really thing I use it for. I don't throw wacky rig at all, so it's just kind of overrated way to fish, I guess. I don't really like it. Okay, next rod here is my Topwater rod. First bait casting reel I ever purchased, and it's my second bait casting rod I ever purchased. Still got them with me today. Quantum Accurist AC 500CX. It's 5 bearings, 6:4-to-1 gear ratio with a flipping switch on it. 10-pound Suffix Performance braid on there. On here I got a Striking Sexy Dog Junior in bluegill color. This is my Topwater rod. It's 6'6", medium with a moderate action, I believe. Power medium, I guess it's a fast action. 6'6". Great rod, Shimano Voltius is the name. Older rod, no split grip on that, but Topwater rod, so I kind of actually like having that. Get you something to put under your arm. Next is currently my most expensive combo, and this is my nicest combo. Shimano Core 50 MG7, 7.0 to 1 gear ratio. Things like 5 ounces, I believe. Got some 10-pound Suffix Performance fluorocarbon on there, 100% fluoro. Just a great little reel for Finesse Texas rigs. I mean, I just love this rod and reel. The rod is a Crucial, Shimano Crucial, as you can see. 6'8", it's the worm jig rod. 6'8", medium power, fast action, extra fast action. It's the IM10 graphite. Like I said, 6'8", 8 to 14-pound line. Like I said, got 10-pound fluorocarbon on here. This thing just is a beast. Can cast a mile with anything. I use this for, Finesse Texas rigs with a little 1/8 ounce. Got my own Badger State Custom Baits Black Blue Craw on there. A little 1/8 ounce Striking. No, the 1/8 ounce VMC, sorry. And a 1/0 or 2/0 VMC hook. And a lot of times I'll throw flukes on this too, because I can cast really far with this bait caster. Next is a rod that I picked up last year that you guys have seen. This is a new addition, so is a carbon light. This is one of my older carbon lights. This ain't the Johnny Morris version, but this is Bass Pro Shop's carbon light. 6'9", medium heavy, fast action. Spinnerbait rod. 7-to-1 Pro Qualifier on here. It's got the DBS with it, with the magnetic and the centrifugals on the inside. Just great reel rod for $150. Got 12-pound Suffix Performance fluorocarbon. I don't know why I keep saying performance. It's just 100% fluorocarbon. I keep thinking of their braid, but Suffix 100% fluorocarbon on there. 12-pound spinnerbait rod. Spinnerbait and swim jig. Only 2 things I use it for. Swim jig hasn't really been doing much for me lately. I caught that big, decent 3-pounder on Center Lake, but I know they're out there and they eat this spinnerbait really well out there, so. It's got a Striking, bleeding shad, 1/2 ounce spinnerbait, double willow, gold, more of a clear water bait, but getting ready for Mississippi River as well. Good reel for spinnerbaits, like throwing them on weed lines and stuff, and reeds do really well with spinnerbaits always. Next is my cranking / jerkbait rod, 7-foot Johnny Morris carbon light. I'm just gonna set this on. 7-foot Johnny Morris carbon light, as you can see there. And I got a Patriot. Color's called Patriot. It's a Rapala X-Wrap. 4:7 to 1 gear ratio on there, and I have 10-pound Suffix fluoro on there. This is the power crank and pro qualifier. I use it for everything: traps, deep divers, jerk baits, mainly jerk baits. So I throw a lot of jerk baits nowadays. Kind of stay away from anything else besides topwater and jerk baits when I'm fishing hard baits anyway. So that's that one. Just a great little combo, again for 150 bucks. Can't really go wrong with that. Next rod, Dobbins Savvy Series 703C, 7'3", medium heavy. Got the fast action. Sinkos, jigs, flukes, Texas rigs, spinnerbaits is what's recommended. It's a one-piece, 10 to 17 pound line, 1/4 to 3/4 ounce, and it's, like I said, fast action. On here, got my newest reel, Shimano Cronarch 200E6. This thing is a beast. Casts a mile. I'm getting rid of my Daiwa T3, so I picked up this thing to replace it. I'm gonna start going all Shimano. Everything's just gonna start fading into Shimano and Dobbins, you guys. But love this Cronarch. Got a massive drag poundage on here. I think it's like 14 or 17 pounds. Huge spool. Got 12-pound. This is actually XPS fluorocarbon because Bass Pro doesn't carry Suffix, and I didn't have any 12-pound left. But this is for my Texas rig and rod, my main Texas rig. Bigger worms. My favorite bait, a tube. Just a great all-around rod. Rod is just stupid sensitive. For $150, you really can't go wrong. And if you pair it up with a reel like the Cronarch, you're not going wrong with that combo. I tell you that much. Just a great all-around rod reel for anything really. I could turn this thing around and just fish spinnerbaits with it if my carbon light would ever happen to break down, or if I'm fishing a dual-purpose lake, I could throw a clear water on the carbon light, throw a murky water on this one. Next is probably one of my favorites. Next to the core, this is probably my favorite. Lew's Tournament Pro Speed Spool. Reel's just sick. I mean, stupid light, stupid sensitive rod. 14-pound fluorocarbon on here. This is the 6/4 to 1, 11 bearings. Got the MSB in here at the four centrifugals and the magnetic on the outside. Clicking spool tension, clicking star drag, carbon boat handle, power grips. Just a sweet reel. I got this paired up with the Dobbins Savvy Series 733C. It's 7'3", medium heavy. Great jig rod. It's 1/4 to 3/4 ounce, just like the last one. Basically all the same specs. They say you could use spooks with this, but I don't really like it for that. I got jigs. Got a 1/2 ounce chompers on there with a packer craw trailer. This is like fire craw. Crawfish down here by me are actually starting to molt, so that color is doing really well right now. If any of you are in southeastern Wisconsin, give that lighter, not the lighter crawfish, but more of an orange crawfish a try, and it's really going to catch you some fish. I've been catching about 25 foot of rocks, and not stumps, but just piles of rocks, weed lines, deep rock piles, stuff like that. Next is rod that's alright. I really don't like these. A lot of people do though. Ducket Micro Magic. This is a 7'3", medium heavy. I originally bought this for a jig rod, and it just was not cutting the mustard. This rod, it did catch me my PB largemouth. I will give it that. It's got a little sentimental value, so I wasn't going to sell it or give it away. This is just my frogging rod now. Now she just sits with a Quantum Titanium GSX Gander Mountain Edition Quantum code, basically. Frog rod, 50-pound braid. Got a Spro, my favorite Spro frog on there. Black Knight. Next is one of my newest ones. Picked it up before the season even started. The Eris Micropulse. 7'6". As you can see, there's 7'6". Oh, this is an extra heavy, I believe. 7'6", extra heavy casting. a ½ ounce to 3½ ounce baits, 14 to 40 pound lines, so meant for big baits, not flipping and pitching. Definitely is what they had in mind when they made this rod. On here I got a Dio Alexa 3000 HSP with the power handle. That's what the P stands for, is power handle. But 7:1 gear ratio, huge spool, 65 pounds, Suffix Performance. Is actually 832 I got on this one. Suffix 832, 65 pound. Just some great stuff. Got just the Magforce cast system on there. On here, got an Osprey top talon bluegill. Actually caught my first fish on this bait. I lost this bait last year to a good fish on Lake Geneva, but caught my first fish. It was a 3½ pounder. Caught her out on Lake Geneva. It's a pretty deep water, just slow rolling that thing. So hopefully I'm gonna get to do a little bit more of that this year. But this is my rod reel arsenal, guys. Got any questions or comments? Just, inbox me, comment down below. It doesn't matter. Just remember, comment, rate, subscribe, like, favorite the video, whatever you want to do. See you guys later.